Alright, we're gonna start the meeting. Call to order and roll call.
Shane Norman.
Here.
April Grant.
Here.
Christopher Dean.
Here.
Scott DeBuck.
Here.
Patty Page.
Here.
Adam.
Yeah. Alright, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, a copy of the Open Meetings Act is on the bulletin board over there, and it's also available in pamphlet form at the website listed on the agenda. I need approval of the April 9th, 2025 regular meeting.
Make motion to approve.
I'll second.
Dean.
Yes.
DeBuck.
Yes.
Page. Grant.
Yes.
Alright, reports, golf.
Blues got one thing to add, but the rest of the stuff that I had was on the agenda. So.
We had an applicant that we would like to get approved, if possible tonight, because Missy's mother had a stroke and she's in ICU in Sheridan. So we're going to be short. We don't know. She said she might have to take off tonight to go to Sheridan to be with her mother. It is Amanda Cotton. She has worked for us before. She worked 3 summers ago when Amanda Vogel was the man. I'm supposed to be standing up. But we would like to get her approved if at all possible tonight.
I think if it's an emergency, typically I would say no, 24 hours on the agenda. I guess I would say if it's an emergency situation, then the board could ratify the hire if you want to continue to use her going forward at the next meeting. But you could make a temporary hire tonight, an emergency hire, because it's not on the agenda.
And then we can approve it at the next meeting.
Yeah, ratify it and make it full time.
Okay.
That's what I would suggest.
Thank you.
Okay, same way as everyone else? Okay. Motion?
I'll make
Which
a
would be
motion.
what?
Approved everybody $13.50 per hour.
Make a motion to
Temporary.
temporarily hire Amanda Cotton at $13.50 an hour for clubhouse
I'll
wait
second.
staff.
Dean.
Yes.
DeBuck.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Page.
Yes.
Alright. Let it on golf. Hospital. No hospital report.
We don't have that.
We don't
Right.
have any.
Villa?
Brittany's gonna give a quick rundown of what we have for numbers.
Our meeting's tomorrow night, so we don't have much. Our census is down, we only have 19, which is not good. We haven't heard anything yet from that government, and I don't know when or if we will. We have a possibility of maybe a management company coming. It's in the works yet, don't know about that. We're pretty close to having a full hired staff of our own. I think we're one short. That was the last I knew, so maybe it's changed since then, which is good to not have to pay the agency people. And that's about all I have for now.
Thank you, Lynn.
Swan.
So we had a meeting last week. It's budget season. Did find out that the tonnage payment that we make to the state for every ton that we bury north of Chadron, that fee is going to double. And so all the rates are gonna go up. But here in town, it'll be 50 cents. So it'll go from $27.50 to $28. Outside of town, it's gonna go up $2 a month. From 16 to 18. But that's really the big news that came out of our meeting. We weren't planning on upping rates at all this year, because we try to maintain a break even, but because the state it is actually doubling the rate. It's going from $1.18 to $2 something, so we have no choice. So that's all I got.
Number 6, discuss, approve, disapprove land swap agreement with Crawford Livestock for alternate location and planning commission recommendation for approval of new location.
And everybody's seen a copy of, there was one adjustment to the value of your lot, $49.99. It's a like-kind exchange. We will ask, if you approve the agreement, we'll endeavor to get a title commitment tomorrow. Title company wouldn't do that until they had approval from the board, so. Talked to Robertsons, they're on board, they've agreed to this agreement, so the wheels are turning.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Can I ask a question? So what's your intention with the 2 buildings then?
I believe there was wording in there where we're gonna keep,
They'll keep the buildings
yeah,
Okay,
we'll get them
for
in.
the lease.
okay.
If we could have some time, I mean, I don't say it's gonna
Tomorrow?
be speedy, but what are you doing tomorrow?
3:30.
But
As
we'll
soon as
get-
Charlie moves his vehicles, we'll move the buildings.
Yeah, we'll get those removed, that's, we don't have a sale next week, guys, so we'll have some downtime and keep a couple employees on task and sell these.
Okay,
Okay,
all right, thanks.
DeBock,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Page,
Yes.
Sorry, it took so long.
okay, it's done.
Number 7, discuss, approve, disapprove American Cell Tower contract.
So, I did have a conversation with a gentleman with Tower Point, and he said that he was gonna offer us $235 and 50% share in all roaming fees collected off of that tower. He never got any paperwork to me. I left him a message Friday and still haven't heard back from him, so it must be a no-go on that, so.
The length of the contract, so the public understands, is 50 years. We asked for 25. They said they won't go less than 50. I'd rather change it.
My concern on the 50 is it ties it up till
We're all dead.
2075. The other concern I have with it is, at that kind of money for 50 years, that's $4,500 a year. We're currently getting 9,000, no, 12,000.
So this
year,
year's
and it grows by
12,097.
3%.
Right, right. Ever growing.
And so, end of the contract, 2042?
2039.
No, it's longer than that. It's 2040 something. Have to look.
Well, realistically, as fast as technology changes, I doubt a 50-year contract with a tower is anything that's gonna be in interest of either party.
In 10
So
years,
it-
the tower will be no good.
Right, right. So it seems odd to even consider it, or that they won't come down on that.
Imagine in 10 years, all those towers will be 5G and now it's not for 5G cables.
That's right. So we are under a current contract till 2047, which does pay us now 12 with increments of 3,000 or 3% moving forward on the adjustments. We can talk to outside entities, but we are locked in. This company that's offering us this deal is an assignee of our current contract holder. so they can make a deal. Other parties may not be quite in that position, so.
Well, in our original contract, it says that Verizon has the first right of refusal. So it wouldn't that, if we wanted to go with someone else, wouldn't that be, it'd be Verizon's?
It's hard to know, Verizon has like 72 sub-companies, exaggerating, but not by much. So, kinda comes down to you, do you want the money now, or do you wanna take more money over a long period of time?
Well, we need the money, but we always need the money. So, I don't think that,
There are no compete clause making me nervous too. I mean, if there is a possibility in the future.
50 years from now.
Well, but yeah, no, I mean, you know,
Yeah. It's not a great deal.
but neither is our current contract because the tower is severely underinsured under our current contract. And with its location,
If
I'd
we,
worry about the water tower, or the water plant.
sure. If we decline this contract, are we within our means with our current contract to ask for additional insurance? And just ask to,
Like that.
I guess I would find that a little more entertaining than even entertaining this new contract, especially with the time frame where they just won't back up on that time frame.
Always ask.
So isn't it because we're in, negotiation right now that really there's not much that applies either way? Or are we still bound under the current?
Bound by the current contract. It will control, continue. Now, they may come back with something, who knows? Don't know how bad they want this.
Sure. Well, I think it's fair to state that I would make a motion to disapprove the new American Cell contract at this time.
We'll second it.
Grant,
Yes.
DeBock,
Yes.
Page,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
alright. Number 8, discuss, approve, disapprove resignation letter from Mayor Shane Morgan. Oh, I can read it, sorry. I can find it. Maybe.
I
I
got
had
it.
it at one point, and then I lost it.
Here.
Alright. To the City of Crawford and Crawford City Council. It is with great regret that I am resigning as Crawford Mayor. I really wanted to be a beacon of change and prosperity for Crawford and feel that I do not have the time with my job to do the job as Mayor for Crawford effectively. I am grateful to you all for the time and energy you put into your council positions and sincerely wish the best for you all. Shane Norman. So, want to say thanks to everybody. I am sorry, but especially to those that voted for me for council. So I feel bad I didn't fulfill the full 4 years. But a mayor that's not able to go to meetings and whatnot because he's trying to make a living isn't really fair to the town. So.
Well, thank you for your time served, Shane, and thank you also for being willing to consider finishing out your term in a job that you didn't ask for, so thank you.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
DeBock,
Yes.
Page,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Dean.
Yes.
And with that, our council president will accede to the position of mayor, which I believe they will grant. First kids.
Where there's a line goes your name.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All officers of the city, whether elected or appointed, shall, before entering upon duties of their respective offices, declare and describe the following oath of affirmation. I, April Brandt, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely and without mental reservation, or for the purpose of evasion, and that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the office of mayor according to law and to the best of my ability. And I do further swear that I do not advocate, nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates for the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence, and that during such time as I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence. So God help me, this oath of affirmation so subscribed shall be filed in the office of the city clerk. Thank you. Okay. Number 10. Everybody's still here, so we'll skip number 10. Discuss, approve, disapprove advertising for a new council member.
Make a motion to approve advertising for lucky number 14.
Dean,
Yes.
Sabah,
Yes.
Page. Yes. That's it, right?
Yeah. Thank
Good
you.
now.
Y'all looked at me like we were missing one.
Kind of feels like it.
I know.
Number 12, appoint liaisons to open boards. It looks like we are looking for a liaison for the hospital, and then also the villa. And at this time, I'm willing to keep NNDC because I am a board member for them, so it's not something I can step away from yet. So I'll retain that one, but we would need the hospital and villa.
What nights are the villas meetings on?
I think Patty was the liaison for a while, so I didn't know if she
No, I
wanted
was
to.
on the board.
I'm sorry. Yes, correct. I'm
One
sorry.
meeting.
I
One
misspoke.
meeting.
Yeah, so I didn't know if she wanted to stay with them.
Or,
That's fine.
And then,
yeah, it's been-
okay. And then we still have the hospital open, so. And then
We know the dates and on when the hospital's meetings are.
I don't off the top of my head. It's,
I think it's a Thursday, but I only went to.
I thought it was a Tuesday.
Was it a Tuesday?
maybe.
It was like the off Tuesday of a council.
Was
Right.
the last one of the month, I think.
I can't remember.
As long as it's Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm okay with it.
Do you want to try for it? If it doesn't work, we'll reevaluate when we find somebody.
You should just call, you
Okay,
could,
so-
you used to be able to call in and do it, Scott, when I was.
Yeah, I think they provide something too if you want to. So we'll go ahead and assign the Bach to hospital. And Paige to villa. Motion approved?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Sabah,
Yes.
Page, Dean,
Yes.
Thank you. Approve removing Shane Norman from the bank accounts and close the credit card that would be in his name.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
Sabah,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Page.
Yes.
Discuss, approve, disapprove, planning commission recommendation for a new board member, Jay Province.
I'll make a motion to approve Jay Robbins to the Planning.
Planning Commission. Okay. Thank you.
Dean,
Yes.
Sabah, Page.
Yes.
15, discuss approve, disapprove the temporary street closure of 2nd Street from the post office to Northwest Auto Body, as well as North and Pine Street to create a T intersection configuration for the 308 Rod Run event scheduled for Saturday, May 17th, 2025. The closure is requested by Northwest Auto Body to ensure the safety of participants and spectators and to accommodate the event's logistics.
We have a time of when it's gonna start and when it's gonna end.
I don't know, we're gonna be serving lunch to them, so they'll probably trickle in and
From
trickle out,
11 to probably 3 o'clock.
is what they have estimated, so if we can do just
There's
probably the
gonna be
majority of the day.
perhaps anywhere from 175 to 200 vehicles.
Wow.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Sabah, Dean,
Yes.
Page.
Number 16, discuss approve, disapprove, keeping the golf course point of sale light speed.
So is this what you guys decided on?
You know, I was out of town, and I missed our meeting, I think. Skip was there.
Yeah, it was. It was brought up that, because we're already underway with this season, that, the clubhouse manager would like to just stay with what we have for this year.
Okay.
So I don't know if that even, I mean, when we talked about it at the joint meeting, we never really voted on it, so I don't know if this requires a vote.
You don't need to, we're already under contract.
Okay.
Just continue the way it is.
Between now and the next year, get with it and get.
So we're looking at
It gives
starting
you
next
time to
season.
look for something else if you want
Get
to.
through the golf season and start looking.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it will just stay in place for right now, don't have to take anything.
I'll make a motion to approve.
You don't even have to,
You can just
No,
ask.
so just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, 17, discuss approve, disapprove the golf board's request to start their own bank account. This has been brought up a couple times. I will just say from my perspective and from asking additional questions at the city office, I think this is entailing a lot more than what was expected when it was brought up. It's a lot to ask our clerk that already does quite a bit. Because if you want to separate a bank account, that changes payroll, that changes the bill, how all the bills are separated. I mean, and for MPPD, then you've got to create 2 different checks and submit with every bill that is also done with the city. And I know the reason behind it was, you know, wanted consideration for clarity, I think from both sides. And I guess that I got a question for Adam then. Would it be an option, or is it worth entertaining for the golf course to consider adopting a similar step as the Villa, where they're their own entity over, with the city being the parent company? Because then it would make sense for you guys, but then you'd have to also consider having your own bookkeeper, doing your own audit. I mean, like, that opens a whole can of worms for you guys.
I think that's something that we would have to look at. I don't wanna say yes or no to that right now. Yeah, I don't wanna say yes or no to that right now.
Sure.
They used to be their own entity when they were Golf Course Inc. and it really didn't work.
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember
was
when that
mad.
was last?
the housing was the,
Yeah,
they operated under.
it was a mess.
They operated under their
So almost 10
corporation, tried it, didn't work.
Yeah, I was manager for 2 years of it.
You know,
We could think about it, but
I talked to the clerk earlier and asked her her opinion on it, and she felt like it would definitely add a lot to her plate, so I guess at this time I would make a motion to disapprove.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Sabah,
Yes.
Page, Dean.
Yes.
Thank you. 18, discuss approve, disapprove the golf board's request to order more merchandise for the pro shop in the amount of $600.
Now, this does fall under the budget that they were given at our meeting, so this brings up another question. So the board has been instructed to stay within their budget. So do you want them to come to the meeting with every time they wanna buy $600 worth of stuff.
You're still out there proving claims, so
Okay.
this makes sense.
Okay. Well, then I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Can we, in the long run, treat it similar to what we do with the city stuff, where if it's repair, maintenance, or anything necessity to run business as usual, if it's under a certain amount, and as long as it comes through as a warrant?
You could if you set an amount,
Okay,
probably not tonight because it's not on the agenda, but. yeah.
correct, okay, we'll come to that then, thank you. 19, discuss, approve,
We
disapprove.
gotta take a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
DeBock,
Yes.
Page.
Yes. Now, I
It's throwing us off.
will note that the $600 is just part of what the board approved. There was another, sorry, I'm looking between you two.
No, that's fine, yeah, because
I know,
I
All right.
missed the meeting.
There was, other pro shop stuff that was approved, but it totaled nearly $1,000, including this 600 here. But that's all that's on the agenda, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Can I just, since you said staying within their budget, just remember that their current budget has revenue of $235,350 and expenses of $292,026. So, until they adopt a more realistic budget, saying they can spend what's within this budget,
Mhm.
you're losing $60,000 right off the top.
So we spoke about that at the dual meeting, that we just asked them to look over it, over the new budget and get back to us when we haven't heard back, so that probably needs to be evaluated at the next fall meeting
Okay.
and accepted, so that we can put it into the system and accept it in the system.
Our next meeting is the 8th.
8th.
May.
May.
8th.
Okay. 19, discuss, approve, disapprove the SDL at the old Napa building at 135 Main for the Tailgate Bar and Grill for an event from noon on May 17th, 2025 to midnight on May 18th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
DeBock,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Page.
Yes. Thank you. Discuss, approve, disapprove the cemetery deed for Doreen Julius.
I'll make a motion to approve.
DeBock,
Yes.
Page, Dean.
Yes.
Thank you. 21, discuss, approve, disapprove the treasurer's report.
That got here fast. Well, it's included in your packets, the treasury reports, and just kind of a high-level overview. Our governmental funds are 20,000 more in the deficit, basically owing water and sewer than last month. And we're entering the higher expense seasonal time of the year, just as a note. We've included a one-time long detail of the savings accounts in the packet, so you can, so you're aware of where all the money in savings has come from. Street has, had some hail damage to some vehicles, sewer had some hail damage. Park was, given $1,500 for barbecue stands, that's in savings, to put at the park. Just several different types of hail damages to vehicles. The clinic had $10,000 reimbursed for half of the concrete work that was done there. Maybe we should keep doing the insurance amounts that we're doing currently. If you'll remember from our last time we spoke, there was some of our insurance payments that hadn't been set aside on the quarterly basis and monthly basis. And so we've covered our insurance in there, but we believe when we go to potentially to Larn as our insurance company, they may not take payments like our current insurance, and they may want it all up front. So it is our suggestion that we keep putting those monies aside so that we have that payment when it comes time down in, I believe it's October timeframe. Okay. We did, going through the books and things like that, the sewer savings, there was sewer cash in there that we went ahead, that we want to move from sewer savings to sewer cash. It will help our cash flow situation. There were two, we make large sewer bond payments twice a year of about $75,000 each. Neither payment was made in 2023. And we've never reimbursed ourselves back for that money that was set aside. So, because a couple of those monthly transfers were missed during that time frame. So that nets us a little over about $120,000 that's remaining in the sewer savings. So we want to transfer that back into sewer checking. Again, it helps with the cash flow. But this is allocated for sewer, and it won't help the governmental funds come out of their negative statuses, but it will help us with cash flow.
Did you say that 2 payments in 23 weren't made, or they weren't?
They were made to the insurance company, but we didn't put the bond payments were set aside into the savings account, and we made the payments out of the general account, never reimbursed ourselves back.
All right.
So the
Does that make
transfers
sense?
weren't made, yeah.
That's right, yeah. We did our, there's a warrant in there for our quarterly transfer, now talking about transfers that need to be done. We only have about 67% of those funds to transfer. We don't have the full amount. And so in December, we did make our first quarterly transfer of $118,000 and some $100 in there. But that still left general in a negative fashion of about $132,000. So if we keep transferring more money from general than it really has in it, we just keep digging that hole. So what we did is factored in what we had, that's about 67%, that's what the warrant is for currently. So we're behind, but we're trying to not let those funds disappear. Jane, is there anything you would add?
No, I think that's a pretty good explanation.
I'd help. So that's my report.
I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Second?
Dean?
Yes.
Sabah?
Yes.
Paige?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, we have public comment. There will be a 3-minute time limit per individual for those that are interested. Any interest? Not this evening. All right. Number 23, approve bills, claims, and requisition orders and transfers. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills, claims, and transfers.
Second.
Sabah?
Yes.
Dean?
Yes.
Paige?
Thank you. Motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Sabah?
Yes.
Paige? Dean?
Yes.
Dean?
So,
Thank you.